Had to stop and refuel. I got Publix Ultimate Sub. Man, you guys just don't understand. I waited like almost like 2 weeks to get a sub from Publix. And I got some hot sauce on my chips. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm so country, but I'm so ready to tear this up. What do you guys think? Peasies. Be sure to check out my latest videos. One of my latest videos is G.I. Joe Classified Zariana. You also have McFarlane's Grifter. And scroll down to watch one of my favorite videos, like G.I. Joe Classified, The First Twin. You girls and guys be safe out there, and I will catch you later. Peasies. And this episode of Direct Edition is brought to you by Let's by Kimmy, Cooking KD, and everybody's favorite Dr. Marion, my fake Darth Maul from China. All right, you know how we do. Let's get into some comics. Come on up. Okay, comic book peeps, welcome to another episode of Direct Edition, the Challenge Fair Hall Direct Edition. And what I wanted to bring to you today was some of my X-Men and Uncanny X-Force comic books. This Uncanny X-Force is when the women of the X-Men universe were trying to bring Bishop back in. You know, Bishop had a vision, or he came from a future where Hope Summers had actually killed, it was called like the 92nd War or something like that, where Hope Summers had actually killed like 99 or like a bunch of humans in 1 second. And so they were trying to bring him back in because, you know, Bishop was hunting Hope Summers. He became a bad guy. And this is when they actually reinstated him as a good guy. And then you have this Uncanny X-Force cover, which is one of my favorite runs, really my favorite run of X-Men comics of all time. This is classic Wolverine versus Sabretooth. Just look at all that action on that front cover. And yeah, just some cool covers. All right, let's keep going. And so, as my search of being a ultimate collector, as I've gotten older, this was a purchase I made back in the day, probably like in 2000. If we're in 2023, this is probably like 2000, like maybe 16. That I bought this Uncanny X-Men. This is one of the first, you know, Dark Phoenix. I bought this for 24. I thought I was really spending money on comics, but I end up actually spending the most I spent on a comic probably was about $300, and that's a CGC slabbed. Probably like the first appearance of Gambit or something like that. And then you have this early Kitty Pryde um, comic. That's when Kitty Pryde first joined the X-Men, and this is like a Christmas special. And, you know, I just tried to knock out some of the earlier Uncanny X-Men run. This actually, if you allow my sexy fingers to interrupt your video, if you watch the Generation X implate video that I did, this is actually a cover. This was actually the original cover, and Generation X actually did a cover swipe off of that. And so, like I said, this is my chance to start collecting big. And so I started collecting some desirable covers that I've always wanted to collect in my childhood, like this. This is actually Captain Marvel, but her name was Binary in this run, and it's a very cool comic cover to have. I remember looking on the back of the Marvel comic cards, probably like Series 2, and I seen this cover, and I was like, man. So when I saw it in the store, I definitely had to have it. I bought that one in Dave's Comics. But yeah, what do you guys think? This is adult collecting. All right, let me show you some more gems I have in these comics. And so this is when Storm fought Callisto, which they actually touched on in the 1992 cartoon series. This is when Rogue first joined the X-Men, so I definitely had to get that. And this is one of my favorite books because this is when Wolverine actually married Moriko, or he tried to marry her, and he couldn't because there was a family fight in the Yakuza. This is an early Dark Phoenix saga. As you can see, that's Mastermind. And then you have a cool X-Men versus the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Allow my six fingers to interrupt the video. And on the flip side of that, you actually have the Betrayal of Magneto, which is very cool. So, like I said, I try to become an adult collector and collect some of the runs that I always wanted in my childhood that I couldn't get. And yeah, what do you guys think? And so, once again, I'd like to thank you guys and girls for tuning in to another episode of Direct Edition. The channel is Fair Hall Direct Edition. Like, subscribe, share. Remember words of wisdom. Focus on the ones that show you love. And the ones that don't show you love, hey, we're just going to keep on rolling without them. The name of the channel is Fred Hall Direct Edition. And I will catch you girls and guys later. Be safe out there. Peace.